Hello and welcome to Monza. Here we have the Ferrari FXX. I am fully upgraded because this is in the exclusive series. I'm going to hire the crew so you can see how much you can earn in this race. Of course, you could boost these earnings on bonus fame and bonus R days. You have to have all assists off if you're going to do this. And brace yourself, I'm definitely taking off-track cuts because you have to do that to do an endless endurance race. This cut takes a while to master right here. There's about a foot to spare on either side of the car maximum. So doing that at speed, higher speeds than that, is definitely tricky. The other thing that's tricky is learning how this car handles off track. One more cut coming up here, and then that's it. No more cutting. And I mean, if I take any more, sometimes you end up doing that because you're avoiding an accident. Like this guy, I want to overtake him here. Perfect. Now I should have, this guy's going to really overbrake here. So I'm going to go outside. You can see I am pushing it, and I'm driving this thing very fast. The secret to an endless endurance race is passing 42 cars as soon as possible. Got to be careful at the Ascari chicane here. I blew it because I just wasn't expecting that bot to be there. And bots are stupid at the Ascari chicane, and they brake at the exit. I don't get that. What racer would actually be braking as they're leaving a corner? Like, no! You should be at the throttle at the apex of the corner, not at the exit of the corner. So, big mistake. Oh well. Now, we're going to warp ahead a lap right here, just to skip ahead a little bit. I'm going to do the high-speed cut here. I'm catching a tow, getting over 390, 397. That's, yeah, that's pretty close to the maximum top speed of this car. This is one of these rare cars you can get pretty close to the top speed without needing any slipstreaming, like at Le Mans. Not too many cars can do that. And then got to be careful here with some of this. So, yeah, if you don't pass 42 cars quick enough, then of course it's like every other endurance race you've already done. It just ends. So you got to do this quick so you can get to the perpetual point. Nice slingshot maneuver there. Ascari chicane is a great place to overtake bots at a regular basis. Coming up here, they just do a horrible job at this particular set of corners. So watch this guy. You got to be prepared for it. So to power out of that, you've got to know they're going to be braking. Then the next corner is called Parabolica. Of course, most of you know that, but Parabolica, the bots take this incredibly well. Like, not these first bots, but even there. Like, look at that. That's pretty good. Now, after the perpetual point, every single car is better than a fully upgraded car, which definitely makes it challenging. Although certain corners, they still take horribly. Okay, this time around, we're going to do a warp at the cut. So right as that happened, we just warped ahead again. And woo, hard to control. Okay, off-track handling of a car. When you are off-track, steady pulses will hit your steering. So if you steer too much during a pulse, when the pulse releases, when the pulse releases, you'll end up going squirrely. No cracks, that's a good thing. So you got to be careful when you're steering off track. You want your steering to be slight, not a huge steering while you're off track. You want to get your steering done before you get off track, and then do very little. Now, tilt B controls, absolute, well, I'm not going to say it's a must, very good for off track driving. Definitely you're going to have your best results. Oh look, perpetual point, cars are suddenly close together. Ooh, look at that, I got squirrely. So tilt A controls, the problem is when you lose traction, it's going to stay full gas or full brakes, nothing you can do about it. Buttons controls, like all these, like tilt C, something with manual accelerator is best, because when you lose traction, you lift off for a little bit and get back as soon as you get that traction back. So just watch my controls as I take this cut coming up here, just to see what I do. Obviously right now I'm full throttle. Unassisted, I'm still hitting 390. That's pretty crazy. There, see that lifting, so feathering a little bit, and there you go. And that's how you control it. Same with this next. In certain cars, Formula 1 cars, I could stay full throttle through this cut. Not here. I got to brake a little bit. Woo! Just a slight tag. I think I'm okay. Clear windshield. Woohoo! You do not want to see a cracked windshield. I mean, it happens. You want to make sure you don't get a cracked windshield until after the perpetual point. Because it's just the hardest part of an endless endurance race is just before the perpetual point. Okay, let's warp ahead a little bit more here. And again at the Ascari chicane. And, didn't mean to do that. That's not good. I don't want to go off track there because I'm losing speed. And now check it out. Check out what happens at Parabolica. I mean, I'm kind of far back from this guy, but I will never catch anyone at Parabolica now. It's not possible at this point. they take it shockingly well. So I don't know why they take those types of corners really well, but sharper corners they take very badly. It's interesting. Okay, another really high speed cut here. Like, what am I going to be in the 390s? Not quite as much. Oh, no, it's still pretty good. Oh, bounced off. Oh, I'm still okay. You can get away with a lot of side damage before it hurts your car. Like, you can get around a shocking amount of side damage and rear end damage before it'll actually slow you down. Ooh, look at this. These guys are getting tightly grouped. Again, I tagged him a little bit. I'm pretty sure I'm okay. But watch this. They do not take that corner well. I was gonna go to the outside. I just didn't do it quite right. And then same with this, not quite right. So I'll just take a nice toe to the Ascari chicane. And now let's warp ahead another lap here. You can see I'm not having any trouble. Okay, here comes trouble. Check it out. That's not good. That's definitely damaging. I did not do that. I did not anticipate that very well at all. But let's warp ahead a lot more to see how easy this is. Like, my timer's about where it was, and we're like 30 kilometers further along. So once you get the hang of this, it's not difficult. So at the first corner, why don't I take the right-hand cut? It's a lot more squirrely. There ends up being cars in your way a lot of the time. You got to slow down a lot more if you want to take it to the right, but way less chance of utter disaster. Ooh, my backhand almost tagged the barrier there. That takes some training. If you take the cut too early, you're going to start to getting those steering pulses and you're going to hit the barrier. If you take it too late, you'll hit the barrier. So you got to take that off-track cut just where you see me doing it. I'm basically going through the cut when a pulse is hitting. So sometimes I'm tagging the outside wall a little bit. That's okay. Once in a while, I take that perfectly clean, which is very difficult. Now check this out. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Oh well, I showed you a nice slingshot earlier. So that's a great spot to do a slingshot pass. We're going to do a quick little freeze frame at 100 kilometers, and then I go back and end the race right there. Oh gosh, that's not what I wanted to do. Boy, you got to be careful at those bots at the Ascari chicane. I should have braked a little bit earlier so I could have powered around him better. Oh well. So like I said, we're going to do a freeze frame probably just after the start-finish line. Yep. And then we'll get to the profitability. It's pretty good. That's why I'm calling this thing the monster of Monza. It just dominates Monza. Monza's kind of a fun farming track because you spend so much time full throttle. This is a better option than Porsche short track. It pays better. Quick little freeze frame, then let's take it right to the wall. End of the race, who cares? Actual race time, 21 minutes, 47 seconds, 1892 fame per minute with the agent, 946 without. Pretty good. Please like, please subscribe, check out some other videos. Bye-bye now.